Hey, what's going on? Praise Indy. I hope you guys are doing well. This is Ronnie, and I have with me Mr. Brett Snodgrass to help home buyers. How are you doing today, Brett?
I'm doing great, Ronnie. I'm doing great. So excited to be here. I'm always excited to hang out with you and Praise Indy. So excited to talk about the story that we have today. Crazy story. I think that's our title here. Crazy story, and actually in Canby, Indiana. So
Yep. No. So just so you guys don't know, hey, we are here. This is your first time listening, tuning in. We are home buyers here in Indianapolis. We love solving problems. We love helping people. But above that, we just love serving people. And we are believers as well. And just want to hear just to testify about the goodness of God and then how we might be able to also help you as well. This situation was brought to us by someone in the community that likes to also help solve problems. And it was out in Canby, and this property, it was if you watch one of the TV shows where you're like, oh my gosh, it's a hoarder house. It kind of gave some of those vibes, as far as there was a lot of things in the yard, multiple cars, multiple garages that were filled to the top. And honestly, if someone from the outside looking in who'd never been in this type of situation before, it would be overwhelming. Like, you would probably want to take a TV crew out to TLC and, you know, kind of just show everything that's kind of going on. And I know that the seller, they were really, kind of, impacted by the situation as well. I mean, it was, a lot of stinky things that were going on in the property. But I mean, it was a lot. I mean, and looking at the clean out bill, it was just, it was a lot, like a whole
yeah,
lot.
I remember.
But
I think if I remember correctly, I think you're exactly right, Ronnie. I mean, this was a very overwhelming property. And if you've ever, I think, been in the country, like my wife, her family lives in the country in actually Michigan, and there's a neighbor there. And there's cars all over the place and junk cars. And it almost looks kind of like that junkyard and a trailer over here and a tractor over here. I think there was like a limousine in this particular property yard. And the
mhm.
grass was like really tall. So it was covering all these cars, just multiple vehicles. And I think a lot of times people just let that things go, and maybe from embarrassment, maybe from shame, they don't want to maybe to come out and see that particular one. And I think the clean out bill to rid of all that, I think, was excess twenty to $25,000, if I remember
Mhm.
correctly. So I just want to kind of paint that picture for you guys. And I think, again, the seller let this go from some of those feelings. Would you say, Ronnie?
Yeah, no, for sure. And talking with the partner that brought it to us, I mean, it was just a lot of emotional baggage. And they just were kind of just holding on to, memories. I mean, but we're talking like, school buses on the property. We're talking big trailers on the property. We're talking, houses full of furniture, on the property, like mattresses and stuff like this. And this stuff is, this is acres, so it's going back and it's everywhere. But the seller had got to a place where they said, you know what, they wanted freedom. They wanted they wanted to start over. They wanted to do something else. We asked, talked about like, well, would you think about even maybe listing this? And they were like, no, this is too embarrassing. They wanted someone that would come in that, you know, wasn't going to judge them for the things that they saw, wasn't going to shame them or embarrass them for the things that they saw. And just be able to sit down and just listen with them. And so, going out there in some animal, waste and things like that, but still being able to sit down and level with them, and then just again treat them like a person. I think about, Jesus was non-judgmental,
Mm-hmm.
wasn't thrown off by, a lot of different situations, didn't nothing like or take him off. He's like, I'm come as you are, and when you're in these situations, you're assessing what's going on, and you're feeling like there's no hope, there's a lot of despair, you can call Simple Quarters. We're gonna, you can come with your situation as is. A lot of times people think, oh, I gotta clean up, I gotta do this, I gotta, I don't want to set an appointment right now because I gotta paint this. No, you can bring your situation as is. And there's nothing that we haven't seen that's going to throw us off. If you're in a situation where you are ready to break free, you're ready to start over, you want to do something new, we're an avenue that you can call to be able to help with that and assess what we might be able to do.
Mm. Exactly. I think one of the key words that just come into my mind is just us as a company having empathy for people. I know that my personal heart, I think, has a lot of empathy for people. I have been in a lot of situations myself. I've seen a lot of situations. I've been to mission field. I've done third world country missions and things of that nature. So we've seen a lot, and just really having that eyes that Jesus had when he saw people, when people approached him, when other people might view those people less than someone that was sick, someone with leprosy, someone that was paralyzed, that he brought them in, and that he saw them with a different set of eyes. And I think that's how we try to represent our company here at Simple Quarters. It's just to see them how Christ sees them. I know that's my personal preference. I know, Ronnie, you come
Mhm.
from that as well. We're not perfect by any means, but that's our worldview on it, to see people how Christ and use his eyes, and to see people how he saw people. So I think empathy is the key word with that. Another thing that kind of comes to mind is a lot of people think that maybe we only buy Indianapolis homes. And on the last particular episode 2, we talked about buying commercial properties, but we also buy properties a little bit further out. This was a little bit further out in the rural country of Canby, and so that so we'll do that as well. We'll drive, and if it's a property that kind of fits our needs, we'll definitely take those on as well. Not only the trash with this particular house, but the house, I think, was half finished. I think half of the house wasn't
Mhm.
even done at all. So half the house, I think, was the older house. Maybe they added on, but there was a lot of just unfinished business of just studs and drywall, and we'll take that on as
Yeah.
well, because again, we have the team and the crews to be able to do that when other people don't have some of those resources. I remember just cleaning that property up. We were towing trailers and towing school buses
Mhm.
to where they needed to go, and just being able to have someone come in just to take care of it, right?
Yeah.
Because you think about just all the moving pieces of just getting everything out of there was just a huge job. And I know for me, when I have a big job, especially when it comes to like my own home, that I'm like, it's overwhelming. It's so nice
Mhm.
just to have someone say, hey, I don't know how to do this. Can you just take care of it? And then they do. And that's just, it takes a lot of the pressure and the stress off of me. So,
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, and even with this one, I think because of the different things that were there and how much was there, I mean, there was also some environmental concerns, with, some of the contaminants and stuff that we had saw, and so, we also had to, make sure that we were doing things right and contacting local authorities to make sure that we were, handling the waste that was there, properly as well. Because again, we want to make sure that we do no harm in any situation that we're buying, that we're getting into. That we assess that, hey, we do no harm, whether to the seller, to the property situation, and we just handle everything properly. But even in all of this, and one of the things that you'll see, one of the scriptures that come to my mind, I'm saying, is Romans 8:28. Says all things work together for the good of them that love God and are called according to His purpose. And no matter, it was exciting to see, and talking to our partners, that the seller, after all of this, they were extremely happy. That they were able to move forward to a situation that was going to be better for them, because they were able to not have to look at the past, not have to look at all of these things that had just stacked up, and they were able to free themselves and start over. And for us, we were able to go ahead and get it cleaned up, and then start the process on it, and then turn it over to the hands of someone that wanted to, that saw this as a great opportunity to start over, for them, and also for it to be a safe place. And so those were, definitely some takeaways, and something that we're just really, really excited about, that it worked again for everyone involved.
no, definitely. A couple of the things is, again, just to go back to, we take on overwhelming challenges, something that might seem extremely overwhelming for someone. Uh, we see as a challenge, we also see as an opportunity. Um, every challenge can be a blessing, someone else's blessing. So again, it was one of our blessings. This was a very challenging situation for the sellers. They, again, overwhelmed, not sure exactly what to do, and we saw it as an opportunity. We saw it as a blessing. And we're able to, again, have the resources and the know-how. This is our business. So this is, again, what we do. Some people have an auto mechanic shop and they know how to fix cars. Some people have a coffee shop and they make the best coffee. Some people have a daycare and they know how to take care of kids the best. And our business just happens to be real estate. And we know how to take on these challenges, how to get rid of some of the unwanted trash that was in this particular yard. We know how to fix up properties. We have crews that can fix up properties, replace roofs, plumbing, electrical, things of that nature. And we just happen to buy these particular properties and turn these challenges into someone else's blessing. And that's what we were able to do in Canby, Indiana. And we want to do it more. And that's why we're having this radio show. We're here to help people. We're here to serve people here in Indianapolis and the surrounding communities of Indianapolis at simplequarters.com. And so thanks, guys, for tuning in. Ronnie, we'll just wrap it up. You want to give us a little bit more information on if someone's interested, if they have something in their life as far as a property problem, that they can reach out to us?
Yep, definitely reach out to us. Okay. So thank you again for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next time. Alrighty, God bless. Enjoy Praise Indy. Have a great day.
Simple Quarters has been helping homeowners for over 17 years. As a Christian company, we love helping hurting Hoosiers out of difficult situations. We are incredibly flexible to meet your individual needs and help relieve you of your stress and hardships. All you have to do is call us at 317-900-HOME, and we can start helping you today. Please, give us a call. 317-900-HOME. That's 317-900-HOME.
What has it been like working with Brett Snodgrass, and would you recommend him again?
Absolutely. If you ever get in a situation like we got in, Brett, call him immediately, because he'll just make everything okay. And all your worrying that you have at the time, and just the nervousness and everything, he just makes it go away. He's like a soft pillow to lay your head on. He's just been absolutely great. I recommend him 1,000%. I've lived in Indianapolis my whole life. I graduated from Pike High School in 1982 as class president. I've lived in this area my whole life, and he's just been wonderful. The whole company's been great, everybody from top to bottom. So if you're ever in a situation like this, I encourage you from the bottom of my heart, call Brett.
That's 317-900-HOME.
Everyone that I met from Simple Quarters was wonderful to work with. They really show the Christian spirit that they put out in their advertising. From the offer to moving out and having an extra day to get my stuff together, everyone was very courteous and kind and understanding, and I highly recommend Simple Quarters.
Simple Quarters is a Christian company that loves to help people in difficult situations. We will buy any property, any condition. We're here to encourage you. We're here to guide you and counsel you. Call Simple Quarters at 317-900-HOME.